Good morning, new 1%. This is Satoshi Boomin coming at you with another video. Guys, please hit that subscribe button for me. We're trying to get to 15,000 subscribers. I cannot do it without your help. Got my hot tea and honey locked and loaded, ready to go. Let's get the show started, guys. We're talking about VeChain. And taking a look at the price here, we are up about 8% on the day. Things are looking good. Gaining back some of the stuff that we lost last couple of weeks due to the Bitcoin dip. Things are looking well. The markets as a whole are also looking well. So again, we're just waiting patiently. We're about 22% away from the all-time high, and things are moving smoothly, which is good. Also remember, guys, that there are some things in the roadmap that we have to look forward to as well. POA 2.0, amongst other things, NFT marketplace, $1 million grant program. There's a lot of good things headed in the future for VeChain. So this price boost is definitely good to see. I know a lot of people have been getting a little bit impatient. It's only been literally 20 days since the last all-time high. But in crypto, you know, people have the patience of 5-year-olds. It's really quite interesting to see. Which gets me a little worried that a lot of you guys aren't going to be around here during the next bear market. That's okay. You know, I'll still be doing VeChain videos, even if we go back down to 10 cents, 1 cent. I'm not saying we're gonna go down to 1 cent, but if we do during the bear market, I'll still be here making VeChain videos. You guys are welcome to come on in. It's okay. We're doing good. Again, only been 20 days, and I can already see the restlessness in the community. It's actually kind of funny to talk about, and especially in the Cardano community. You want to talk about FUD, you want to talk about people being impatient. But looks like today my videos are going to do a lot better because the price is pumping. And I apologize if you hear any rattling outside. They are still painting. So we're just going to bear with it and move on. All right, guys. Let's take a look here. This is an amazing post by Vitologist here. We're going to take a look at it. It's about a minute long. I love this. Leaked footage of Walmart, China, Sam's Club announcing the different items they track on the VeChain blockchain, guys. Obviously, this is a joke, but let's take a listen. That was amazing. Thank you to Vitologist for posting that. Yeah, that gets a like and a retweet from me. Again, Walmart or China, Sam's Club, guys. VeChain went up in there and built them a entire blockchain as a service system in a little over a week. We're not worried about the short-term price of VeChain on this channel. If you want trading advice, I literally had a man's. I'll read all the comments. I literally had a man's in my comment section talk about, I don't like how you do the videos. You don't do any technical analysis. Unsubbed. I was like, okay, because we don't do that around here. We talk about real facts, real VeChain news, keep you guys updated each and every day, not fake TABS. We're talking about real adoption news here, guys. And this is what's going to get us to the promised land here on Walmart or China, PwC, Shanghai Gas, DNV, these huge, large Fortune 500 conglomerates. This is going to get us adoption. So I'm super happy that we're pumping today, guys. But again, we need to remain even keeled and continue to have a even keeled mindset on the way through ups, downs, and sideways movement, especially sideways movement, because once sideways movement happens, you know what else occurs? Boredom. And you know what else happens when people get bored? They trade. When you trade, you lose. And when you trade, you have a fucking high tax bill that I don't know how I'm going to pay. But hey, that's neither here nor there. We're moving on. We've got another video here by the wonderful Ben Armstrong, BitBoy Crypto. I know some of you don't like BitBoy, but I like BitBoy. I've been rocking with him for a while now, and you know, I've made a lot of money because of this motherfucker right here. So let's go ahead and listen to what he has to say. He's talking about VeChain. One of his favorite crypto assets is VeChain and not ETH. Let's take a listen to what he has to say.
VeChain has been one of the best performers in the crypto market, period. And it's weird, I told you that over the summer. Having surged to as high as above 20 cents just last week, but in fact, according to data from Cointelegraph Markets and TradingView, the price of VET has increased by more than 400% over the past 2 months alone, inching its way up from a low of just over 2.5 cents on February 8th to a new record high of 26 cents on April 20th. VeChain's all-time high in 2020 got to as high as almost 2 cents. But those days are well over and will go down as a missed opportunity to accumulate for many. VeChain has been one of...
I would 100% agree, guys. We've been doing VeChain videos for the better part of a year now. And we've just been trying to tell people the greatness of VeChain and, you know, the future that VeChain has in store. And, you know, people are going to come on board when they come on board, and hopefully they stick around. So shout out to BitBoy Crypto here. He's been a proponent of VeChain for a very, very long time. And yeah, we're just going to keep the train moving. This is definitely good publicity for VeChain. I mean, Ben has how many freaking subscribers? 306,000 subscribers. So one day I'll be where he's at, a deca millionaire, and making videos on digital assets. What a time to be alive, guys. It's an amazing time to be alive. Moving on. All right, we got VeChain and POA 2.0 testnet news here, guys. So Boosted Yoda, a trusted member of the VeChain family, please go ahead and follow that person on Twitter. Posted that POA 2.0 is running over 2,500 transactions. At this rate, the testnet could be handling 21.6 million transactions regularly. VeChain's native token has risen in value to reach almost a new all-time high. We're kind of close there, about 20% away from the next all-time high. Yeah, 28 cents there. So Boosted Yoda broke the news on Twitter. He included a screenshot of the transaction logs, which show a major rise in the number of transactions per block. According to the user, POA 2.0 is running as many as 2,500 transactions at this moment per block. Testnet is waking up, currently 25 transactions of 100 clauses equals 2,500 transactions per block. At this rate, nonstop all day. That is 21.6 million transactions per day. Each block, 40.125 million. Gas cost is just under a cent. Wow. VITRO burn per block is about 401. And then, so that's about 3.46 million VITRO per day at the new VITRO generation rate. So they're beating the hell out of the testnet, guys. Things are still doing well. We just got to wait and be patient. Let the devs do their work. And once that's announced, guys, you know, like I said, once we pass test hits, all bets are off. Once 2.0 is fully out and implemented, we've got NFTs on the blockchain. We've got, you know, smart contract functionality, fee delegation, amongst others. Guys, the sky is literally the limit, guys. There's no cap on the VeChain price. Just like there's no cap on Dogecoin, they're literally pushing Dogecoin up to $1. Well, how about a coin with real utility, real use case, and real companies behind it? Let's see where that takes us. All right, guys. So it's pretty awesome. Keep running that testnet. Keep beating it to hell. I can't wait to hear more news about it. Moving on. All right, guys. So we have, we talked about this a little bit yesterday. Eisenreich posted this. DNV and Ahola Transport. So again, Ahola Transport is coming on board with DNV MyCare solution, which is which their blockchain is hosted by VeChain. DNV MyCare method has been developed to support companies in assessing, managing, and reducing risk infections in their operations. All evaluation reports are stored on our blockchain, which increases trust and integrity. So we've got the official press release here, guys. Pretty awesome. Ahola Transport Group. Following the verification, the company received third-party control and quality assurance for its effective work. An important part of Ahola Transport's sustainable development program is investments in safe working environments, and the well-being of personal verification strengthens the group's ability to manage and prevent infection risks in its operations. Hans Ahola, President and CEO of Ahola Transport. The health and safety of our employees, partners, and customers is very important to Ahola Transport, especially during the pandemic. We want everyone to be able to work safely with us. We also succeeded in achieving the level required for verification. And yesterday I was saying, I said something yesterday that coronavirus was a relatively minor disease. What I meant by that, I know millions of people have died and it's not minor, quote unquote, but what I meant by that is it's a relatively minor disease in conjunction to something like Ebola. You know, if you catch Ebola, you have a 40% chance of death. You know, you catch coronavirus, so you're young and you're somewhat healthy, chances of death are like 0.0001 or something like that. So that's what I meant by relatively mild, relatively mild disease. I didn't mean that it was mild in its impact. What I was trying to illustrate again is that if supply chains get shut down with a more deadly virus than coronavirus, let's just say a virus like Ebola that could be transmitted through the air, you know, that would be crippling not only to our world economy, but to our society as a whole, guys. So we are not prepared for a more deadly virus. We are not prepared. Supply chains are not prepared for it. That's why I think companies are now, right now, this instant, gathering up all the data in order to make supply chains have less human interaction in it. Okay, being able to tag, track, and trace from farm to table. Okay, taking that human element out of it because, you know, if we have another major pandemic, one more serious, then, you know, supply chains could be ruined as we know it. So automation and things like this are coming, and we should see where the future heads. IoT, guys, Internet of Things technology, QR codes, you know, Internet of Value, moving value from one blockchain to another. Smart contracts, things like that are going to be the future. The fourth industrial revolution, guys, digitization. Moving on. All right. Now, I wanted to talk about this a little bit, guys, just to see if where the bull run is headed. Okay. Now, the Treasury warns of a need to deal with the national debt limit. Now, let's take a look at what Treasury officials had to say. Why is this important? Because people have been wondering, is the bull run over? You know, how much more time do we have? Guys, until they stop printing money and until the rates increase, I don't think the bull run's going anywhere. Let's take a look at what the officials had to say. In the light of substantial COVID-related uncertainty about receipts and outlays in the coming month, it is very difficult to predict how long extraordinary measures might last. What are those extraordinary measures? Literally them printing trillions of dollars per day and injecting it into the economy. Brian Smith, Treasury Deputy Assistant Secretary for Federal Finance, said in a prepared statement, the government has been able to borrow enormous sums of money to finance trillions of dollars of support during the pandemic because the limit on borrowing has been suspended. But after July 31st, the limit to return whatever debt level exists at that time. The national debt subject to the limit now stands at a record $28.1 trillion. That amount covers debt the government owes to itself and forms to commitments to Social Security and other government trust funds. The amount of debt that is held by the public currently totals $22.1 trillion, an amount slightly higher than the 100% of the entire economy and heights not seen since the huge borrowing the government did in the 1940s to finance World War II. Borrowing has soared in recent years to finance huge deficit budgets that reflected increased spending on domestic and military programs and budget deals then President Trump reached with Congress, also to cover the cost of Trump's $1.5 trillion tax cut approved by Congress in December 2017. Over the past year, higher deficits have reflected trillions of dollars the government has spent to provide support during the pandemic triggered in recession. In the last package, Joe Biden got Congress to approve $1.9 trillion in March to provide $1,400 payments to individuals and other types of support for individuals and small businesses. Treasury officials did not specify what measures it will employ if Congress has not acted by the July 31st deadline to either raise the borrowing limit or simply suspend the limit for a period of time. I believe that they are going to suspend the limit for a period of time again. What Treasury essentially uses bookkeeping maneuvers, quote unquote, bookkeeping maneuvers. If we used bookkeeping maneuvers on our books, we'd be thrown in jail. But since they're the Treasury, they can do whatever the hell they want. They basically entail withdrawing money invested in government accounts, such as the fund that covers government pensions. The money is always replaced with any lost interest once the debt limit standoff is resolved. Congress has never rallied to deal with the debt limit by the deadline, although in 2011 the standoff between the Republicans and the Obama administration was so prolonged that the S&P, the credit rating agency, downgraded a portion of the country's AAA credit rating for the first time in history. So we have a AAA credit rating with over $28.1 trillion in debt. My credit rating is ass, and I only got student loans. I don't understand how that's possible, but hey, I don't make the rules. Treasury made the announcement on the debt limit as part of its quarterly announcement of what types of debt it will issue to cover the government's financing needs. The Treasury said it expects to borrow $463 billion in the current April-June quarter, which will be a part of its plans to borrow another $2.28 trillion for the budget year, guys. So there's going to be $2.28 trillion more dollars being injected into the economy over the next months. So there's no reason, in my humble opinion, to think that the bull run is even slightly over. But then we have to understand, guys, if all this money is being ejected into the economy, does our crypto prices really matter? I mean, because we're going to cash out into what? USD, which is being printed to oblivion. I mean, does it truly matter right now to cash out because the number on your Coinbase is high? Like, that's what I don't get. Whatever. We're not even going to get into a rant today. No, the bull run is not over, guys. And we got a long way to go, in my humble opinion. But again, I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. Black swan events can always occur, so you got to do what's best for you and your fam. Alrighty, guys, I've been blabbering on for the past 20 minutes here. Let's give a wonderful shout out to our Patreon subscribers. Not too much news in the ecosystem today. Again, guys, we're just waiting for POA 2.0. Glad to see the price pump a little bit here, but again, you know, it's not really important. It's important to, you know, the noobs and, you know, people who are price focused, but that's okay. Thank you to my wonderful Patreon subscribers: AJ, Brick, House, Mac Harris, Sergio, Leslie Nielsen, The Fernline, Jeffrey, Ethan, AmericanHomeRemedies.com, Maryland 4 Crypto, Boost Wayne, Feruz Dim, Brady Adams, Joel Menes, Krawabachi, CryptoSVT.si, Eric Parra, I did the voice for the people, HBDSouthBay.com, Ryan Ingram, Daniel A, Crypto Chemtrails, Climax ZH, Angela Schroyer, Craig Wadding, C. Vale, Maker Dow Crumbs, Bearder, Leon Jackson, and Jacob Connor. Love you guys so much. Thanks for being 10 toes down. We've got 1,095 days left to the Bitcoin block halving. And we're taking a look at the markets here, guys. Ethereum's doing well. Hopefully Ethereum could push past and up to 4K on its way to 5K. Bitcoin looks like it's recovering a little bit as well. Binance Coin's doing well. XRP is still being punked by the Koreans. Doing well, almost on its way to 2 cents. Cardano, I keep telling you guys about Cardano, but, you know, y'all ain't trying to hear me. Y'all just, whatever. Cardano's up. You know, we ain't worried about the price of Cardano right now. I mean, you know, $2, man. If Cardano tops out at $2 during this bull run, I'll be extremely disappointed. That's all I got to say. But, you know, Cardano's doing big things, waiting for that Alonzo hard fork. It's coming, guys. It is coming. There's a lot of good stuff coming in down the pipeline that we have to be excited about. Take a look at the major pumps here, guys. Telcoin. I've never heard of Telcoin before, but for some reason it's up 70% on the day. Ethereum Classic still being pumped by the Koreans for some reason. They was pumping VeChain, but I guess they don't want to pump us anymore. That's okay. Quantum is up almost 50%. XDC, Bitcoin Gold, and Bitcoin Cash is up as well. So, you know, the bull run is in full effect. Tezos is doing well as well, almost at $10. I know the Tezos holders and hodlers are happy to see that. Tron is up. So it looks like, guys, it's a sea of green in the markets today. Hopefully we could keep this momentum going. ETC is up almost 60% on the day. That's crazy. But it is what it is. Alt season is near. Don't let your memes be dreams, guys. I've been blabbering on for long enough. I love each and every one of you. And I will talk to you soon with the Cardano updates. Have a good day.